So I didn't break 40 minutes at Knutsford 10k, and I went over this obviously in the last video and I gave you a good breakdown of the reasons why. So I guess the question is, which direction do we take next? Now, given the fact that I quite clearly know where I went wrong, during September I had a lot of things on with the half marathon, obviously Namex Games and stuff like that, so fatigue did play a rather large part in my performance. Those sort of things, the half marathon effort where I did the 1:30 to 1 hour 33 was a huge achievement, I think, for me. I didn't think I was going to be able to run that quick during the half marathon. I probably shouldn't have been able to. I was fueling up that much, had gels all the way through pretty much every 20 minutes just because of the sheer size of me. I wanted to make sure I was properly fueled. And I think that was what was pushing me along towards the finish, because I had literally nothing left in the tank during that half marathon. So I used everything in the gas tank for that. Didn't give myself enough recovery, and then obviously, we led ourselves to the Knutsford 10k, where I felt I probably should have done a lot better than I did, based on all of the exercise and how flat and on your side the course was, really. But outside of that, there are plenty more races ahead, and you can't be disheartened by just not obviously achieving your goal. There is just plenty more things to aim for going forward. So I'm excited to just, write the next chapter and see what we can do. So here we are. I've put together a list of things which, this is my sort of to-do list of areas which I'm going to improve on. And I think one of the biggest things that I found in the Knutsford 10k was that my legs obviously lost a bit of power towards the back end of the race. We completed the first half of the race within 20 minutes, pretty much bang on, and then the back end of the race on the downhill, I was probably the only person in Knutsford 10k race who actually went slower on the downhill. So the end of the race was all pretty much net downhill. So I think, going off this, the first one we're going to look at is increasing weekly mileage to 40 plus. Now, at the moment, I haven't really consistently been hitting that 40 plus mark. I've kind of been dipping in and out. Obviously September is its own story, but dipping in and out prior to that, sometimes hitting 26 kilometers per week, sometimes hitting 36, sometimes hitting 66 kilometers, then dipping down to 40. So we've got a real turbulent weekly mileage on Strava. So leads me on to number 2, which is Sunday long run. Now, when it comes to the Sunday long run, this is where I've seen the best progress for me recently. Leading up to the half marathon, I did about 4 half marathons on the bounce, and I think that's an accumulation of fatigue, which has led me to obviously have a slow recovery. But the long run has helped me so much get that extra energy in my legs, give me that endurance in my legs to push on, especially in some of the runs that I've been doing where I've been PBing, and I felt like I've been really strong in the back end of the race. And I think by getting that extra mileage and being good at maybe doing some interval work within the long run, that's going to help me massively just use my legs later on in the race while they're fatigued, and be able to keep performing and maintain that speed which we're after. So going on to speed is interval sessions, which is number 3 on the list. Now, interval sessions is an area for me which comes into a few different things. I have High Rocks booked in, which is the big goal for me at the end of the year, December the 4th or 5th. Interval sessions is going to be, for me, is track, so building on the speed. Speed is something which I've got okay already. I have already. I'm quite comfortable running quickly. I just need to be able to do it for longer. So hence why I'm putting a lot of the longer work in. But the interval sessions are also going to include running on compromised legs during my weight sessions, hill sprints on the treadmill, treadmill hill repeats. I'm going to be doing those as my 3 main. Number 4 is dropping weight. Now, I'm probably fluctuating at the moment between 98 and 96, and I probably did this morning, I was about 97 kg. If I can get down to 90, I know I've been to 90 before and how I felt. That was when I did a photo shoot a number of years ago, and I felt really good, like really good. So I'm going to make the effort to get down. This weight I'm at now is where I'm very comfortable with. We all have that weight where we can sit there and just be happy, eat what we want. I don't seem to gain weight. I'm just, exercise complements my diet. I'm not really putting on any weight. I'm hitting maintenance. I'm just chilling at 98 to 96. I want to just get down to 90 because it's going to make a massive difference. So that is going to be huge. And hopefully with the increased mileage, with doing all these extra sessions, with running, it's going to help with that alongside my strength work as well. ETA for all of this, hitting 90 kg, getting the long runs in, hitting my mileage consistency, and hopefully reaching new weekly mileages such as 50 and 60k per week. We are looking at December, to get that all done. Now, in terms of high rocks, that is the goal. That's why I've said December. But along the way, I'm going to be entering races to try and keep pushing. Now, we should just keep continuing to see improvements, hopefully, in my own running. I do want to be PBing consistently because I feel like if we're continuously improving in our training, then we should keep continuously improving quite in a linear way with our runs as well. Increasing the weekly mileage, number one. Sunday long run, number two. Interval sessions, dropping weight, and obviously ETA December is where the high rocks is going to be, which I will bring you all along for, which is going to be very good. So to wrap it up, it's not failure, it's just feedback for your next goal. So we know exactly what we need to do right now to achieve it. The weather's going to get worse, it's going to be harder to get outside, but if you have the tangible goal there of what you need to achieve, or you have it written down in your program of what you were going to do for that day, you already know, and you're taking that guesswork out of the situation. That's something I do with my clients a lot, is write down, is just future pace for the week ahead of what we're doing. We have a training program, and that's how we're going to get the best out of the situation, no matter what the weather's like outside. So if we have to do treadmill work, we'll do the treadmill stuff. If we have to go outside and suffer the rain, we will do that. I know loads of people have been in the same situation as this, where they've tried to hit a goal, they've trained for it, and they've not quite achieved it. But it's not about the end goal, it's about the journey, like I just stated before. Use it as feedback, it's just training, and we're just going to keep striving, because if you keep pushing on and on and on, you will eventually achieve that goal that you want to achieve. And the ironic thing is, when you do get there, you want to chase the next thing as well. So we can't just keep the one trophy on that one goal that we want, because as you know, the beauty is in the journey getting there. So that is a bit of a feedback on where I'm at the moment, and I hope you enjoyed this little bit of a short catch up on how I was feeling and what my next approach will be. But please subscribe, like the video, and I will get back to you with the next video and the next race that we're going to do. Peace.